Hi, Taurus. How are you? I am Letitia Bynum Hinton, astrologer and numerologist, and I am here with your weekly horoscope for the week of July the 8th through July the 14th. I am at the beautiful Dane Street Beach in Beverly, Massachusetts. I'm going to flip the camera around so that you can see it. Well, I'm just going to turn around so you can see it. Look at that. I love the beach. I love to see the birds just being at peace. People laughing, and there are boats out there on the water. And it's gorgeous. I love it. Being here just brings me such peace. Such peace. So I wanted to just make you aware, Taurus, of some of the energies that will be presented to us this week from the universe. And we start out the week on Sunday with the sun being trine to Jupiter. Okay, and that is a really beautiful conversation that they're continuing to have. They started this conversation last Thursday, and they continue on. So for you, Taurus, and for me, because I am a Taurus rising and a Taurus sun, and for us, what this will mean is that we will have greater communication in the area of with our siblings and our neighbors. Also, it's going to have an impact on any of our partnerships, that's romantic partnerships or business partnerships. So this beautiful energy between the sun and Jupiter, you know, Jupiter brings great expansion and blessings wherever he goes. And then talking with the sun, which is in Cancer, is all about family and connection and being able to talk and laugh and have a good time. And if you are a person who is in sales, this is a great time for you to go out and talk to your customers. It can generate more business for you. People can understand you better. You have greater communication. I heard a bird or something in the bush over there. I thought it was a person walking up. And you have greater communication with those people. You may want to write if you are a blogger, or if you write short stories or poetry or any such thing, or if you need to write for business. This is a great time for you to be able to do that. The energy support you in every way with that. As far as your partner, if you want to sit down with your romantic partner or your spouse and have a conversation, this will be a great time. The energy supports you for good communication, good opening, and that's on Sunday. Now, when we move forward to Tuesday, Monday and Tuesdays, there's some little tricky communication going on here between Mercury and Mars. Now, for you, Mercury is in Leo, that's in our fourth house, and Mars is in the 10th house. Okay, so there is an opposition between them. It's already been happening. It will continue on for a couple of days this week. So this opposition between these two could bring some miscommunication in the area of work. It could bring work and home. So if you have a home-based business, this could bring some frustration in this area. You know, maybe not being able to figure out what the next step is, wanting to do something but not being able to communicate it well enough. If you work on a job, then Mars being in your 10th house, and you know he's retrograde right now, so he's not moving forward with all of his energy. And then there is this tense conversation between Mercury. This could show up in your area of work with miscommunication with bosses or authority figures. It could even show up with some frustration with maybe the police or something like that during these next couple of days up until Tuesday. So by Wednesday we should be on the other side of that energy. And so when we have those challenging aspects like that, you know, it's really, I find that it is best to just take a breath, not necessarily say exactly how you feel, because if you say how you feel, the results might not be what you want, you know, because you have a lot of energy that is stressful. Okay, so it's best, when that is happening, just to let that pass on by, and just wait for a better opportunity, perhaps, to say what it is that is on your mind. And then once the energy passes, a lot of times you'll see you don't even feel like that anymore, and that's always a beautiful thing. Now, Jupiter goes direct on the 10th, and so that is in the area for you of partnership and business partnership and spouse and your partner that you have a dedicated connection with. Okay, and so for this is beautiful, with Jupiter going direct. So we have that energy of the blessing moving forward, full speed ahead, and so it's going to open up a greater opportunity, perhaps, for you to get married or to receive a proposal for marriage, which is great if that's what you want. And also, business wise, you could find partners who want to work with you, as far as business is concerned, and that's a great thing. And then, so on the 12th of July, we have the eclipse. That is the major thing that everybody is talking about, and rightfully so. We have an eclipse in the sign of Cancer at 20 degrees, and so we have the sun and the moon, which will be at 20 degrees, and they will be opposing Pluto. Okay, so this is a huge deal because Pluto is all about power and control, and with the sun and the moon being opposite during this eclipse, we will see for you areas having to do with your siblings and people that you your neighbors, people you are in contact with who are pretty close to you. There are issues perhaps that could come up in this area of power and control, feeling like you're not being heard, feeling like you are someone is trying to manipulate you or control you. But when this eclipse comes in this combination with Pluto, you will find yourself finding your voice and being empowered to say, okay, no, I'm not being heard. I'm not going to accept that. You are not the boss of me, okay? Because that's the type of energy that Pluto brings in. So Pluto will be in your 9th house. So with this, you may find yourself traveling for work, long distance travel. You may have foreign travel that comes up. You may find yourself working with your siblings, in a business project together. Or you may find yourself, again, if you are in sales, if you are a writer, you may find yourself traveling for work. You may find yourself, if there is an issue with immigration, with your immigration status, and you are trying to get documents taken care of or any such thing like that, you may have the knowledge and the power and the strength and the confidence to go ahead and take care of that, get the paperwork you need. You may have an opening in your mind, right? You may have the insight, you may have the intuition that you need to be able to go ahead and get that issue taken care of. If you have legal issues, if you need to deal with the court, if you in any way, if you need to deal with the court, if you have anything along those lines, you will see sudden change. You could see sudden change in this area, and the issue being resolved. You being empowered with the information that you need to bring about the change for your life in these areas. Higher education. If you are working on that master's degree, if you're working on that PhD, and you need to have that dissertation finished, you may see a change with this eclipse in the professor that you have been working with to help you with that dissertation or with that thesis. In order for you to finish, there may be a changing of the guards in this area. But whatever the case, it's going to work together for your good. And that's one of the beautiful things that we learn. The more we learn about astrology and numerology, we find that the universe is working with us. Speaking of that, we have this with that 20 degree. If we want to just take a quick peek at numerology, with that 20 degree that we have for the sun, the moon, and Pluto, the number 20 reduces to 2 in numerology. So the number 2 is all about partnerships. It's all about togetherness. It's all about working with people in a better way. And that is something that we will feel collectively for sure, as a result of this powerful eclipse. And this is a super moon, so it's really close to the earth. So with that, we will be empowered to be ourselves more, to be more confident, to own our own power, to own our own strength, to own our own knowledge, our ability to speak. This is for Taurus, our ability to speak, our ability to communicate with others, and to be able to own who we are and what it is that we want to present into the world. And so marketing, these are all things, promotion, these are all things that will be affecting Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon under the power of this eclipse. Now the eclipses, the energy of the eclipse will last anywhere from a month before to a month after. So we're talking about June the 12th all the way up to August the 12th. We will be feeling the energies of this eclipse. So you probably have already begun to see a lot of these changes happening in your life. And if you have not, then all the way up until August the 12th, you will begin to see a lot of these changes. Now, the power of the eclipse. People are afraid of the eclipse a lot of times, but there's no need to be. No need to be afraid, because once we learn that the universe is conspiring to bless us at all times, no matter what is happening, no matter who leaves, no matter if you lose your job, no matter if the car is gone, no matter what happens, the universe is always teaching and guiding and always conspiring with the planets and people and spirits to be able to help you move into your best life and into your best place. That's what's so amazing about it. Once you begin to see all the symbology and how everything is working, you begin to understand, okay, all right, that happened, and I'll be okay. And that's the truth of the matter. So you will be okay even under the power of this eclipse. Now, on Friday, Venus, your ruling planet, will have a beautiful conversation with Saturn. She'll be in a trine with Saturn, and also she will be in a trine with Uranus. So with this energy, that's just going to come along to solidify what changes took place during the eclipse, with Venus coming in with her beauty and her kindness and her gifts of finances and gentleness and diplomacy. All of this is going to just come in when she begins to talk with Saturn, who grounds us and helps us manifest things in the earth. And Uranus, who is all about change, is just coming in concert. They are coming in concert with the power of the eclipse. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm here for it. So that's it for this week, Taurus. If you want to look at this in writing, I have written the weekly horoscopes for this week. I have placed them up on my website, and that is at letitiabynumhinton.com. And I have a blog that is up already about this eclipse in Cancer. And I'm very excited about you going over to visit my page, check out what I have. I'm adding daily to everything that's there. When it's all said and done, this is going to be a place, a go-to place where you can get all of your information that you want regarding astrology, so you can have the knowledge for yourself, because knowledge is power. If you understand how the energies are working and how things are playing out, and then you can see yourself in the world, then you have more confidence that you're good, and you are good. Okay, I love you so much. Again, Letitia Bynum Hinton, astrologer, numerologist. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. And I look forward to talking to you soon. If you want to have a reading with me, all of that is on my page under services just for you, which they are just for you. All of this is just for you, so that you can become your best self in this world and live with joy and life and get what you came here for. Okay? Talk to you soon.